Hey, y'all. Welcome to Everybody Gets 15 Minutes here at Waterloo Records in Austin, Texas. A conversation with some of our favorite acts we have the privilege of hosting live, in-store, right here on our own stage. I'm Gus Ochoa, and this is Jake Worthington. Welcome to Waterloo Records.
Awesome. Glad to be here. Yeah.
We're glad to have you, man. Have you been in before?
No, I've always heard of it.
Yeah?
So let alone the new location, I dang sure hadn't been here.
No?
So
What do you think?
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
There's records everywhere.
Yeah, it's we used to be up the road a few blocks, and it was a little different setup. So, but I like to ask folks who come in, especially folks like yourself who maybe haven't been in before.
Sure.
Like what you think about it.
Do y'all still run the old location too, or?
No, we don't. Just the one. Yeah, we were there for 30. I'm gonna get this wrong. Oh, I'm just gonna say over 35 years.
A long time.
Yeah, in that same location, and yeah, so moving it's been fun. I mean, not the move itself, but getting stuff set up in the move.
I can only imagine.
Has been fantastic. I love the record. I've been listening to it for the last couple of days. A lot of reviews that I've read from Billboard to like Saving Country Music have spoken about this, like revitalizing country music or revival of traditional country music. And I mean, you've got some amazing folks on this record. I mean, Miranda Lambert.
Sure.
Marty Stewart.
Yes, sir.
I mean, what's it like to work with Marty Stewart? That's amazing.
Marty, man, he's cool. He's the coolest guy on earth, and he knows it. He'll just walk around with a $50 gig bag hanging off his shoulder and got $1 million guitar in it.
Sure.
It's something you heard on records when you were a kid, and what an honor it is to know him and to get to know him, and let alone record with him. They put me in the same room on the tracking day. I was singing in the same room that he was picking in, which is a lot smaller than this room we're in. And he had that deluxe reverb cranked at my knees. I could feel the air off of it.
Oh, I bet.
Playing that Clarence White telly.
I bet.
I mean, for me, it was a pinch me moment for sure.
Oh, absolutely. He's a legend.
Yeah.
Like, legendary.
The needle and the thread of the past and the present, brother.
Exactly. Well, the track that he's on, I'm the One, is amazing. The Miranda Lambert one's really awesome too. Hello, Shitty Day.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of Hello Walls, like just in name itself.
Sure.
And I'm a big Willie fan. I mean, I'm dating myself here, obviously, but when I was in high school, it was George Strait, it was Clint Black, it was Keith Whitley, whom you reference on a tune of yours.
Named my daughter after him.
Oh, amazing. Not Like I Used To.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic track with that line, Miami, Miami was her favorite song.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue with it. I mean, it is a great song. You made me go back, after I'm listening to your record, you made me go back today and listen to Keith Whitley and remember how amazing he was.
Yes, sir.
To me, what you're doing, and I think, the critics will say revitalizing country music and all of that sort of thing, and that's great. But to me, your record can genuinely sit alongside a lot of that era, well, I guess, if you will. I also hear a little Merle in there, and I love Merle. He's my personal favorite.
Yeah.
And your delivery, especially, maybe a little George Jones too. But how would you describe this record?
Country music. I think country music's more broad than some folks might claim it is. They think they got to do bells and whistles to it to make it a great country album. And, I can't tell you if it's great or not. I can just tell you I love it, and I hope folks enjoy listening to it. These are songs that I had a hand in writing, all but one, and it's the second record I've made in hopes that it can afford me to make a whole bunch of more of them. That's
the reason why we do this, right?
Yeah,
absolutely. Just to keep doing it.
Yeah, and they try to make that the hardest damn thing to do.
It's not easy. It's definitely not cheap. That's for sure.
Yeah.
What was the one song on this record that you didn't write?
Hello, Shitty Day.
Oh yeah, there you go. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I feel like I should have known that.
Dean Miranda wrote it along with Jesse Joe Dillon and Jesse Frazier.
Oh wow!
Who was kind of a wild card, He wrote a lot of crazy different kind of songs, and that being one of them. Miranda sent that to me, and of course I asked if I could cut it, and she said hell yes, and I said, well, you cut it with me. She said hell yes.
I mean, 2 hell yeses is
it's pretty good.
That's a big old thumbs up.
Yes, sir. And I tell you, the demo that was sent to me was Dean singing, Dean Dillon, and Miranda was harmonizing with him. So that really is what inspired that, to happen, because Miranda's Miranda, of course. But
Sure.
I feel like the song would have been lesser if she didn't sing on it.
Right.
Or at least the recording of it.
I mean, it's an amazing song. I know it's hard to pick a favorite of a record that you made. You put it into the world and you put all of the tunes on it. Do you have a personal favorite or two on this tune? On this record? Yeah.
Yes, sir. At Homes in Oklahoma, I really love that song. I love everything about it. I think the title track, that's the first song that I've recorded that I wrote by myself. There's been a handful of songs I've done that. I never gumptioned up to record it just yet until then.
Yeah. What changed for you? It made you want to do it this time around?
There's a few, from the team that they, the folks I work with thought I should cut it, and I was afraid of cutting it, I guess. But I felt like if I'm going to stand on that hill and die there, then I reckon I ought to. And, I'm a songwriter. I write songs, and don't ever put my name and prolific in the same sentence, but I do write songs.
I understand that. I do.
A simple songwriter, but hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
No. I'm always amazed at people that can just churn them out.
Sure.
Like it boggles my mind almost to think about how prolific some people can be.
Sure. Well, I think it just has to do with making yourself available. A lot of times, you can come up with an idea, but what are you going to do about it? You going to write it down? Are you going to record it, save it, and work on it later? It's just being available for it. And, before I was married and stuff, that's all I did was write songs. And now I got a list of honeydews, where I might not make myself available to it as often, but I still do it.
Sure. I remember reading an article about Neil Young talking about he would carry his guitar, his acoustic with him everywhere he went.
I believe it.
And so this particular story had to do with him being at dinner and getting up from dinner and going in the other room, and he was gone for like 3 hours.
Yeah. Hey, man, when it hits you, it hits you, and hopefully the folks around you understand it, especially if that's what they find value in you over.
Sure. How big is it? How big is your support system? How big is that?
It's important. I ain't nothing without family. I don't think anybody is.
I agree. Couldn't agree more.
Blood or, it doesn't matter, the blood part.
Exactly. I agree. I absolutely agree. As far as your process goes for songwriting, since we're on that subject, what steps do you take, I guess, to capture, when you talk about being open to it?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do to be open to it? And then once you're open to it, how do you? Some people use their notepad on their phone.
Sure.
Some people. I had an ex that used to ride me because I had a bag full of scriblets, is what she called them.
Oh yeah,
just like things that I would just write on a
scratch. Yeah,
back of matchbooks, back of napkins.
Well, I always heard that story about Tom T when he wrote "Old Dogs and Children, Watermelon Wine." He was literally in that hotel at the bar, and he wrote that song on a napkin. I always romanticize them experiences, and I couldn't tell you what songs I've wrote on papers like that, but I've done it. I think it's if you have a stroke of any kind of idea, you got to write that bugger down, whether you use it or not. Then some days you just sit there and stare at the paper and not know what you need to say that day or what, but part of that process is it's that, it's waking up every day and trying to do it. Whether it be for 15 minutes or 5 hours, I just think it's important to try to do it.
Yeah. I mean, I laugh. I'm laughing to myself because I've been there where you're staring at the paper.
Me too, buddy. More times than not.
Sure. Your advice to maybe somebody who's writing songs would be just to stay open to, when you say stay open to it, what do you mean? Just the ideas as they come to you? Or the world in general around you, or
don't be so quick to say a good idea is a bad one. Don't think of other songs when you're writing, and it's like, oh, that reminds me of this other song. Maybe that ain't a bad thing. That don't mean you're on top of it. Don't be afraid of those things. Obviously, chase to do something that hadn't been done before. That's part of the fun. That's nobody. I don't think anybody wants to sit down and regurgitate, but sometimes, if the same things didn't happen to people for hundreds of years, thousands of years, then, you know, why is there a new idea for it every year?
I mean, good point.
You know?
Good point. Who are some artists that have been influential to you? I mean, I've named a bunch of people.
You
where,
did.
I hear your music
on.
and it reminds me of things, you know.
Well, I think that's a good thing. It makes me feel good. I can only hope to leave work that stands the test of time like theirs did and does.
Yeah.
Continues to inspire. You know, there's kiddos all around that are discovering that music that never heard it, and they're loving on it, and I think that's really cool. And there's grown-ups that are biting into it. They might have hated it when they were teenagers, but now they love it. You know, I don't know what makes people do that, but it ain't up to me to figure that out.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, are there some that I didn't mention that have influenced you along the way? I mean, I should mention Willie. Did I mention Willie?
Sure.
Okay. I love Willie.
He inspired the world. He continues to inspire the world.
He does. He does.
B.B. King, I was a big old fan of him. I liked
Nice.
his guitar playing the most. You know, I loved his singing, but I remember being a kid and really loving that stuff.
Unbelievable player.
I love Tab and Wall.
Yeah.
I love that kind of swamp blues stuff. You know, Ray Price was a big one.
Sure.
Johnny Bush had a hand in it. Mark Chestnut.
That was another one that came to mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How you're taking me back.
Yeah, man. He was cutting country music, you know.
Sure.
And still does, you know. I love Mo Bandy.
Yeah.
I like his stuff. My favorite writers were Dean and Roger Springer. I love Whitey Schaefer. I love Harley Allen. I love Max D. Barnes and Wayne Kemp. I love that stuff.
I love that you're dropping all this knowledge on me right now.
It's just old songwriters stuff. There's writers out there that couldn't name you nothing off of any record, and they're amazing. So
Sure.
It don't make anybody better or lesser. It's just, that's the kind of stuff I like. Jamie Johnson was a big old influence on me. That Lonesome Song record hit me right between the eyes, man, as a teenager.
That's a good feeling when something does that.
Oh, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It really sets you on a path and you're like, that's what I want to do.
Sure.
Kind of in the same vein, I like to ask people coming through, what are you listening to these days? You know, a couple things maybe. We're an independent record store. You know, we have a lot of stuff, obviously, to offer the community and beyond. But what do you listen to as you go around in support of When I Wrote the Song? What are you personally, Jake Worthington, like listening to?
Buddy, it's going to be a boring answer. I like to listen to Haggard a lot.
Oh, I love it, man.
You know,
That's not a boring answer. That's a great answer.
I go through all them records and over again, I find new reasons to love it.
Yeah.
You know, like right now, my daughter, we play her that Live at ACL
Oh, man.
stuff that he did. It's so funny. You know, you could shake a toy at her or give her a bottle or whatever. She's kind of fussy or something, but nothing seems to strike her like when you put that on YouTube.
He's amazing. I was lucky enough to get to see him back in the 90s. I think he
Really?
played at Stubbs.
Wow.
And it was, honestly, it was my first big country show. And a friend of mine, I'm ashamed to say, had to drag me down there. And when it changed my life,
Had to
man.
drag you out, huh?
Yeah, exactly. He played Misery and Gin, and Forever. I'm just like, man, that song is incredible.
Yeah.
Or lately, I've been listening. I think the compilation is called Down Every Road. There's a song on there called, what is it? The chorus is, all my friends are going to be strangers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Man,
From now on, all my friends are going to be strangers.
that's an amazing track.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. That's
It
awesome.
says, I'm all through ever trusting anyone.
Exactly.
No,
All I could count on is my fingers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man, that's such an amazing line.
Yeah.
Amazing line.
Yeah.
Jake, thanks so much for being here.
Hey, thank y'all for having me.
I
man.
really appreciate you sitting down and talking. It's been so great.
Hey, this is a big old deal for a boy, man. It's kind of cool to have. I've just been enamored with the records that have been put out this year. To think that I can put a record out the same year that Willie put a record out,
Oh, man.
or that Straight put a record out, or that Waylon put a record out. You know, I know that they accumulated all that stuff from back in the day, but I still think that's special. I still think it's cool, especially with the times right now. Where music's sitting, you know.
Yeah.
I think there is a valid difference between what's music and what ain't.
There you go. You heard it here. We're really happy you came out, man. You're welcome anytime. Please come back and see
Hell
us.
yes.
His latest is called When I Write the Song, and it's streaming everywhere as of September 12th. It's available on vinyl on October 31st. We actually have some copies here today.
Yeah.
He's going to play it later. So by the time you hear this, he'll have played and gone. So you can follow Jake on Instagram at JDW_music. Jake Worthington, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And thank y'all out there for listening. You can follow us on Instagram at Waterloo Records, at Waterloo.sound for our Dolby Atmos studio, and at Waterloo_wheels to follow the ongoing adventures of our Waterloo van. I'd like to thank Cory Reinisch, our marketing manager, Allie Lingren, our in-house engineer, for always dialing it in, and finally to our amazing, ornery, yet lovable staff, without which none of this is possible. I'm Gus Ochoa. See y'all next time. And until then, support the artists you love, support your local record store, and if you're in Austin, stop in and say hey. We'd love to see you. Adios, y'all.